Hello and welcome to Fresh Perspectives. My name is Gail, and my guests today are Patty Benton and Pierre. They are here to represent the Northern Chautauqua Canine Rescue today. And Pierre has a French name. And I thought when I was looking at him before we started recording the program, I said I thought he looked like he was part French bulldog. And Patty says she doesn't really know what the mixture of different kinds of bulldogs is. But I'll let you take over in explaining him to the viewing audience.
I think, I'm not an expert on the bulldog breed, but I think he's a little large for a French bulldog.
Do you think
French
so?
bulldogs I've seen, I think they're a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
He weighs about 60 pounds. I just joke that, most of the weight is his head. He has a really large head. And he's really paying attention to the camera. Like, he's very alert. I think he's only a couple years old. He came from an out-of-state shelter, and we get a lot of dogs. He's really watching himself. Yeah, that's you, Pierre. And
it's not another dog. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's concerned, but he's been at our shelter for I think a couple of months now. I think he did go out to a little, we call it a sleepover, or the people can take him for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
And then they can decide after 2 weeks whether they want to adopt or not. And that gives them a chance to see how he fits in with the family.
Okay.
But I think he came back because he got along good with the family, but I think they had another dog, and he wants to be the only dog.
He
wants all the attention. So he'd
probably
be best with...
It's the jealousy thing.
Yeah, so... And some of them are, that way. But he's pretty quiet so far. I don't know if he's going to start barking at his image up there. Are you? But he's very sweet. He walks pretty nice on a leash. And I don't know what else to say about you, Pierre. He's just all around. He likes his toys. Oh, he's very neat. Like, he's potty trained for sure. And
okay.
He rode real well in the car. He got right in the crate, rode in the crate in the car. He never makes a mess in his kennel. He will destroy a dog bed, so he just has a blanket now.
Oh, I see.
But, we go through a lot of those. So a lot of them, we have 2 dogs there right now that tear up the blankets every single day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, but it's just that they're right next to each other, and there's chain link fence, and they tug it back and forth until it's just shredded.
Oh, gosh.
But they're getting adopted next week. And the 2 of them together, they came in together and they're leaving together, so that's a happy ending for them.
Okay.
And,
so he's not one of those 2?
No, he's not one of those 2. He's still available. So if you're a bulldog fan and you don't have any other pets and you want kind of a big lap dog, a nice companion, he could be the one. He's, like I said, he's very quiet, and he keeps a very neat. I've never seen him mess in his kennel ever.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well,
so
that's good.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
they're there for, overnight. They go 11 hours anyway. So that's a long time to wait. But he's very patient, and he's a good dog.
He looks so cute on the monitor there.
Yeah. And he's so interested in himself. Yeah, that's you. That's you up there.
It's kind of like looking in a mirror, isn't it, Pierre?
Yeah.
Kelly Thornton and Alicia Briggs were on a while back, maybe as much as 2 months ago. Alicia brought a cat and Kelly brought a dog. The dog was a cute little thing, and it seems his name is Soccer Ball.
Oh.
That was pretty funny. He really wanted, Alicia sat on the same side of the table with me, and Kelly sat on the other side with the little dog, and the dog was wanting to play with a cat, and what does he do? He tries to jump up on the table.
Wow.
It looked like he was going to run across it or something. It was so funny. And then between the 2 of them, after a little bit later, the cat starts getting up on the table and then pulling on the tablecloth.
boy.
I thought they were going to trash the tablecloth.
Wow.
They were pretty funny.
Well, I always try to select the best behaved ones before I come up here.
Yeah.
because I
Well, this dog, I can see why she brought him, because he was very cute. I mean, he wasn't a mean dog or
Yeah.
anything, but he was very cute. He was a mixture, she said, of 3 different kinds of dogs. One of them was a Pomeranian, and there was blue heeler and one other thing. It was a mixture of stuff. So
Yeah.
he was actually bigger than a Pomeranian, but he had the fluffiness, the fluffy fur.
Yeah.
And he didn't look anything like either one of the other 2 that she mentioned. So, but it was a fun episode. It's always a fun episode when animals come
Sure.
on. So, anyways, I just thought I'd mention that to you, since you have so much in common. You probably know Kelly, right?
Is that the Sherman?
The Sherman
yeah,
small
yeah.
town
I have met her.
rescue.
Yeah, she does a good job.
Yeah.
She's got a lot to do.
I know. I
And,
know. They even have a bigger problem with the cats.
Yeah.
Back in the fall, Alicia had 60 cats.
Yeah, there's
and she was down to 40 when they came
wow.
more recently. So, but both of the animals they brought were available at the time they brought them, and we were going to be able to start showing that episode that very day. So I was able to say that they were
Good.
still available. Yeah, we hadn't been able to get enough episodes made, you know. So when they came on, I was desperately in need of an episode.
Okay.
So this one that you are on will be showing in 3 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
So.
Well, he may still be there,
yeah,
but we'll see. You know, he's
yeah.
been there for a couple of months. Like
He
I
has
said,
kind of blonde hair.
Yeah, he's more white.
You think so?
White, yeah. Well,
With
yeah.
a little bit of a yellow
Yeah.
tinge.
Yellow on his face, and then you know, some black spots and some brown spots on his ears. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a good boy.
Well, we usually talk about upcoming fundraisers
Yeah,
for
let's
the
talk
year.
about that. I can tell you that the yard sale will be happening again this year. It's at the end of the last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in July.
Okay.
It's the same weekend as the Arts and Crafts Festival down in Westfield.
Okay.
This year we're going to be open, I think it's 9 to 4 all 3 days. So that we've usually, no, you can't go over there. Yeah, he sees the dog over there too.
Now he's looking at that monitor. Yeah.
Don't look over there. That's just you.
Yeah, that's not another dog. It's you.
So yeah, it's that other dog he's jealous of.
Probably.
Yeah, get your toy. Yeah, take your toy and play with that. So the fundraiser, yard sale, it's huge. If you know, I was there last year, and I'm just looking at the stuff that we have for sale. You should never buy anything at a store ever again. Just come to our yard sale, because we have it there.
Never ever go to a store.
Right, for pennies. I mean, microwaves and Keurig coffee makers and toasters and dishes and antique stuff. I bought a big, giant, beautiful wooden cabinet there, antique wooden cabinet.
Last
there.
year?
Yeah, last year.
I know
And,
you bought a couch one year.
Yeah, one year I bought a couch.
Do you still have the couch?
No, the dogs destroyed it.
Oh,
you know.
okay.
But that's
that's why you get yard sale couches, right? Is because the dogs wreck them.
Right. And you know, actually, the junk days are in Westfield like this weekend, and I've thought about just shoving all the furniture out there and starting over, but then it would you have to start over, and then they'll, you know, we let the dogs on the furniture, so whatever. They're family, so you know, if I'm on the furniture, they can be on the furniture. Hey, you come back here.
Well, some of the dogs that you have at your house are pretty big, aren't they?
The biggest one is probably this size here.
Oh, really?
Not such a big head.
Oh.
But anyway, yard sale. So
Okay.
we're going to start taking in, this is the important part, well, it's all important. We'll start taking donations in on July 5th. from I think it's 1 to 3 in the afternoon, or 1 to, we usually stretch it 1 to 4 probably. And we take all kinds of household goods. We don't take books, clothes, and electronics. Like, we don't want old computers or printers or that kind of stuff, or really old radios that just creates a burden for us. We can't really sell them. You don't know if they work.
Oh, right.
If somebody gives you a TV, how are you going to know if it works or not? You can plug it in, but if you don't have cable, you're not going to know if you've got TV or not. We just, but like, lamps and furniture and games, toys, sporting goods, lawn equipment. What else? We take
holiday decorations.
We do take holiday decorations and like curtains and linens, things like that. We'll take jewelry, costume jewelry, or if you want to give us some diamonds, we'll find a place. We have somebody that will assess those for us and give us a fair amount. We won't sell it for 10 cents.
No, not a real diamond.
And we'd like to cut off our, the bringing of stuff. We need about 5 or 6 days. So I think we're cutting it off like the Monday before the weekend. That will be the last day to bring donations.
Okay.
There's always people that will bring them after that, and we are gracious because, we don't want to alienate the public. We want them to help us. And then the yard sale will happen. It'll be Friday. It starts at 9 a.m., goes till 4, Saturday 9 to 4. And then Sunday we're going to do 9 to 4 this year. We hadn't done it that long in the past. And that's like the absolute bargain day. Whatever's left, just make an offer, or fill a box, give us a couple bucks and take it away, because otherwise we have to pack it up. We do find homes for the leftovers. They just get donated again to somebody else's good cause.
Oh, I see.
So people don't have to worry, stuff is not going in a dumpster or anything.
Okay.
And we usually have we do get some things in that are, maybe you're like, well, we probably can't sell this, but we'll put it in a free pile. And so we have a lot of stuff that's free, and, kids love to go through that. They'll spend all day and come out of there with some plastic dinosaur and a sippy cup or something that but they think they have a prize because they got something for free. And like past the past year's yard sales have been very successful. So this year, I know a couple years ago we put up a pavilion over one of the yards, and that really helped out because we had cover for when we're having the next sale or an event. And then this year, currently happening right now, we're putting sides and doors on that one pavilion, and it's huge. And that'll really help because, last we try to get set up, the week before, or as donations come in, put them in the category out in the yard where they're going to go. And then we had a torrential downpour wind event,
I remember
4 days before, and we
year.
just, water is, we have a river going through the
it
floor.
was muddy. If for those of you in the viewing audience that will probably be wanting to go,
it was muddy.
It was muddy.
We're going to, it's going to be, so we're going to get sides. The sides are on right now, and there's going to be gutters. So we should be able to get rid of that mud problem this year, and also the things will be more secure, and we won't have to worry about the wind whipping through there and knocking things off that's what happened last year. We had tarps up, the tarps blew, some of them broke loose, they hit the stuff, it's on the floor, and things got wet. It was just a disaster.
I was there,
Hey,
I think, let's see, I think
buddy.
it might have been Saturday. For some reason I couldn't go on Friday, and I was there and I was I bought some raffle tickets. I was trying to fill them up and put them in the bags for the raffle prizes. Just when it got super windy, it got really badly windy all of a sudden, and
well, that's another improvement we're going to make this year. We always have the basket raffle, and that's like really nice stuff. So the basket raffle will be indoors. we're not trusting it, and so we're going to have like the main building that we have, and the new building that we have that will have a dirt floor, but it'll be, you know, undercover and walls and everything. And then out in that other backyard, we're going to get a bigger tent. We had a tent last year, but this year a bigger tent, and so we should have a little bit, you know, each year we learn, and we, you know, and that's what we use, like some of the funds. Hey, what are you doing?
He's growling
at himself.
At himself. It's not a real dog.
Buddy.
We've been trying to tell you.
That's you, Pierre. So anyway, some of the funds were that from the yard sale. We were able to put up the sides now on this building, and we can use the, you know, it's great to have this building enclosed because it still has a dirt floor, but we can take dogs out there and let them run around when the weather's not great, or you know, windy, rainy, snowy. So we have now we have another space where we can do like indoor stuff with dogs, which is great. Hey,
it's amazing. You know, not all animals can tell if they're seeing another animal on TV, but apparently he's one of the ones that does know.
My sister has cats that sit up there in front of the TV and like bat at the things on the screen.
I've had a couple of different cats that knew what was going on the television. I mean, I remember one cat getting scared when there was a monster coming up out of the water. You know, he got real scared, and then and then sometimes when I'd be exercising with a DVD, he'd be sitting there and looking back and forth between the television with a DVD, exercise DVD going, and back and forth between me and that. He knew that I was doing something that somebody else was doing on the television when I was exercising with it. So, so that was pretty interesting. Now, there was another fundraiser that you were talking about when you were on in the fall.
Oh yeah.
But at the time that you mentioned it, it wasn't going to show.
Well, we did
before that date. So we decided at the time that you would. We would talk about it at the spring interview that you would do here.
It was we did another basket raffle, and we did it along with the Christmas in Westfield event. It's usually the weekend before Thanksgiving. They have a vendor fair in Easton Hall, so they let us have a space to do our basket raffle, and that was a very, very successful. And it was nice because it was indoors. You don't have to worry about the weather, and you know, everybody's in town and they come in to shop, and you know, who doesn't want to take a chance on it. So we had a really good basket raffle there. So if they let us in, I don't think the people in charge of it realized, you know, they said, oh sure, you can come down and do your basket raffle. I don't think they realized how much space we would take up, because we needed like 2 full tables. Because the thing about the volunteers, when we say, hey, we're going to do a basket raffle, people get so creative, they're so generous, you know, making up cool baskets.
And they make really big baskets.
And they make really big baskets.
And then probably lots of people make them. Yeah.
So the organizers of the Easton Hall Craft Show, they said, well, maybe next year we'll put you out in the hallway. And I thought, well, that'd be even better, because everybody will see us when they go by.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know, next year we may not have as much space. So I think what we're going to do is you will still have the basket raffle if they'll let us in. Like I said, I got to make sure. And we'll just concentrate on maybe like 10 baskets that would be even better than, you know, we'll have themes and we'll come up with some really great baskets, and maybe, you know, a couple people can work on one together instead of just, you know, one person doing one. So
you'll want to let people know that's how you have to do it.
Yeah. So we'll, you know, but I'll tell the volunteers ahead of time, like, we are limited to whatever they say, you know, 1 table. So I'll figure like, you know, 10 baskets, and you know, like, let's make them really great. And if we're going to be in the hallway, great, because that's where the restrooms are, and everybody has to go through the hallway to get into the vendor show. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be great again.
So, are you going to have a dog with you at that?
We're not allowed to bring a dog there.
Oh, you're not allowed to bring a
No.
dog there.
Another, not a fundraiser, but something that people can keep in mind. New York State has come up with new laws for shelters, and we're going to have to either remodel where we are, or, hey, where are you going? Or our plan is to build a new building. That'll be right next to the building that we have.
Okay.
We're not going to increase our numbers of dogs that we have. We usually have, like, I think our max would be maybe 20, 25. Right now, I think we have 19. Sometimes it's as low as 12, depending on, you know, sometimes we get like 5 or 6 adoptions in 1 week. Where are you going? Come here. Come on. I got to give him a treat to come back. So he'll get back up here. Come here, Pierre. Pierre, come on back. So we're going to be doing some sort of capital campaign to raise. We have some money. We're going to be working on getting some grants, hopefully. I don't do grant writing. Somebody else is working on that. But in a couple of years, we hope to have a new facility that'll be really, like the building they have now, it's nice, but it was a machine shop. And they bought the property and they reconfigured it to make it work. Well, it works, but it's not ideal. So what we now that we can dream big, and which is what we're doing, we want to make it like really great, like so it's easy for the volunteers to handle the dogs. Because right now, like when I go in there in the morning, almost all of the dogs I have to put them on a leash, you know, get them out of their kennel, put them on a leash, and take them out to a yard. In our dream situation, a volunteer would just walk in and open a guillotine door, and each dog will have a little outdoor space. They'll still have the big yards where we can take them to do some big running around, but just to get them out so we can clean their kennels in the morning, and it would be undercover. You know, right now we put them outside. If it's raining, it's like, well, we can only put a couple out at a time. We clean their kennel, bring them back in. It's not ideal. It is working. It's worked for 20 years, but it's time to, hey, where are you going? It's time to come up with something better, and that's what we're trying to do. So if anybody out there is a millionaire and you want the shelter named after you, come and talk to us. And, you know, you pay for the shelter, we'll put your name on it. Or a room, something, you know, anything. But every little bit helps.
And all year long you can accept donations, like with blankets and things like that.
Right. Blankets and food and treats, and there's a list on our website: paper towels, cleaning supplies, you know, poop bags, and money. You know, we'll take money too. We've had a couple of recent nice donations. One was from Community Bank.
Oh, really?
One was from the Absolute nursing home.
Really?
Yeah. The employees decided, you know, like we're going to take up a collection, and I don't know how the Community Bank one came through, because I know they do give money to different places each year, so I don't know where the money comes from for them really, but you know, both donations were generous and greatly appreciated. So. And I had some little kids come to the door one day while I was there, and they wanted to volunteer. And I said, "Well, you have to be 18. You know, they have to be 18 because of, you know, insurance and stuff like that." Right. And we will let a volunteer if the volunteer is an adult and they have a kid, but you know, the kid shouldn't be a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Know? But like say a teenager that, like a 14 or 15 or 16-year-old that's not old enough, but they want to help. If the parent will come too, they can come together. We can make that exception if the parent is there.
I just found out recently, and we're going to try to get him and his mother and his aunt on. We just found out about a 12-year-old boy who has a cat rescue.
Wow.
I guess his mom helps him with it, and he has an aunt that's a vet tech, so
nice.
It works out really well for him. So we're going to try to get them on. But But anyway.
So, well, these kids, so they came to the door, they wanted to volunteer, and I said, well, we don't really have, you're not old enough. I said, you don't look 18 yet. And they're like, no, we're not. And I said, well, ways you can help, like in your classroom, if you want to have a little fundraiser of like pennies for us, or, bring cans of food. And I said, if you organize something like that, we'll come down, we'll pick up the stuff. We'll take a picture of your donation, and, you can be in the paper, and, you're helping the dog. So I encourage them, like, that is a way, like, even little people can help us.
I imagine what they probably wanted was the opportunity to play with the dogs.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we have one volunteer whose daughter was maybe 10, 11, whatever, and she used to come with her mom. But these people really, like, they lived out on a farm. The girl really knew how to be with animals.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever we had puppies, like, that little girl would just go in and sit with the puppies and play with the puppies while her mom cleaned the kennel.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was really cool.
Yeah, that sounds like it must have been a lot of fun for her.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now we can move along to the pictures of the other dogs that you presently have at the shelter and talk about them.
I'll do my best. Oh, this guy. Well, girl. Okay, there's 4. There's 2 that kind of look like this. I have to remember there's a I don't know which one this is. There's Agnes, Rue, Emmy, and there's one more. Oh, honey, what's the matter?
No, maybe he's hiding from the other dog.
Yeah, maybe.
the non-existent dog.
So there are 4 Australian cattle dog mixes. They all came in together. They were in a situation where the people didn't have a home, and so they couldn't obviously take care of 4 dogs. All 4 dogs were female. All 4 dogs had no shots. All 4 dogs had Lyme disease. And but now we have, and they were, and all females. Nobody's spayed. So now they're all spayed. They're on medications for Lyme disease, which they'll should take care of it, and they will be they're up for adoption. So if you want 1, 2, 3, or 4 little cattle dogs, they're very nice. They are a little bit like, when I take them when you get them on a leash, like, they are a little mouthy, but they don't hurt you. But
I see.
But that's their nature.
They lightly nibble.
Yeah, that's how they make you do what they want you to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like love bites, right?
But they're all sweet. They're more vocal than some of the dogs, but yeah.
Is that another one of them?
I think that's Rue. Yeah.
Rue?
Yeah, she's the biggest one. She could be the mother of the other 3. We're not sure, because she looked older and she looked like she'd had puppies. Do you need another drink? You want more water? There you go. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, this guy. He's so cute. JJ.
Oh, these are all pictures of the same dog?
Yeah, this is JJ. Right now, JJ's at Tractor Supply. And I'm pretty sure he's, when I talked to the woman who was taking him to Tractor Supply this morning, she said, and she's one of the people that works on the adoptions, and she said he had a really good application. The person was coming to meet him at Tractor Supply. So by the time the show is on, he's probably going to be gone. He's only been at our shelter for like a week, I think, but he's a young dog, less than a year old, super chill, really sweet, and but yeah, so
very beautiful.
Yeah,
too.
Very beautiful, and medium-sized dog. So he'll be leaving most likely, maybe today.
Sounds like a possibility.
Yeah. There's another one of our little cattle dog friends. So this might be Agnes.
Yeah, it's Agnes.
Okay, Agnes. Yeah, she's got, the one has more black and white, and then Agnes has a little bit of the orange and black and white. And then there's Rue, and I can never remember the last one's name, but they're more of the orange color. But yeah, so 4 female cattle dogs. Take one, take all. if you really have a lot of animals that you need herded, you know,
Yeah.
they could take
Like
care
a
of it.
dairy farm.
Yeah, they could take care of it for you. I think, okay, so what's the name on this one? Because I can never remember it.
Meg.
Okay, so that's Meg. Yep. Very sweet.
So they're all full grown.
Yeah, they're all full grown. They've all recently been spayed, and now they're up to date on shots, and they're on meds for Lyme disease. So, but you know, that will run its course, and they should be good to go. This little guy, I think, yeah, he's in a
Oakley.
foster care.
Oakley,
And
it
the
says.
foster parent says he's afraid of men, would probably do best as the only dog in a female home, and you know, no kids and not a lot of commotion.
Like a single woman.
Yeah, a single woman situation. You know, not a lot of commotion, not people running in and out. And they are Shih Tzus are they really are bred, you know, over the millions or I don't know, the thousands of years that they've been manipulating dogs to just be a lap dog, and that's what they want to do. We have one that we got from the shelter, and she just wants to sit on your lap and be with you, and you know, she'll go out a couple times a day, do her business, and then she's right back in your lap. So if anybody wants a cute little lap dog, Oakley's your guy. If you're a woman.
Okay.
Okay, these two characters, they just came in. They're super cute.
Are they puppies?
They're young, but not puppies.
Oh, okay.
They're probably full grown. They were really super skinny. There was another situation, owner turnover, couldn't take care of them. You know, no vetting at the time when they were brought in. And I think they're both girls. No, wait, are they girls or boys? I'm trying to remember. No, they're girls.
Nellie
First
and
first they
Clover.
thought they were boys, but then it's like, no, they're both girls. So they'll be completely vetted and ready to go, and they're real nice. They're active. You have to be ready to, do some training and what, honey? Oh, you're yawning. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, you've got to be ready to do some training when you're taking one of the young ones.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Do you want another treat? Okay. All right. Who's next? Who's next on our list? Oh, foster home.
I'm
That's
in
another
a foster
home.
home. Princess. Applications pending.
Yeah, I think so. By the time this show airs, Princess will be somewhere, because when it says that, like, usually they've gotten a lot of applications that are good, and they're, narrowing it down, and sometimes people do a meet and greet and then they decide, nah, I guess not. So you never know. So if you do apply and you have a certain dog in mind, then just be patient. Okay, this guy, Taco and Bubba. So these two came in together. Owner turnovers, couldn't take care of them. They had a situation where they couldn't live in a place where they could have the dogs, and so we had, they've been there for a while, but we wanted them to have a home together, and they are leaving on Monday.
Oh, okay.
For a home together.
Okay.
So a happy ending for Taco and Bubba.
And they were both boys, were they?
Yeah, they're both boys. They're probably related. They look like maybe they were brothers, but one was white and one was brown. But
Yeah.
they have a lot of the same characteristics, and just super friendly, nice dogs.
Yeah.
I think this one is in Foxy. Is that Foxy's in foster care? So I really don't know a lot about Foxy. I read about Foxy this morning. Kind of shy, afraid of noises, but we'll trust you after he gets to know you.
So Foxy is a boy.
I think so. Is it Foxy's oh wait, does that say female? I can't see that far away. Oh, female. Okay, so
Oh,
Foxy's
female.
a girl. Okay, sorry, Foxy.
Foxy is a female. Okay.
Well, I know there's more.
Yeah.
We have Gavin and that. Oh, this girl. Oh my God, she's a crazy girl. This is a boxer.
Oh,
Molly Alice.
Molly L.
Molly Alice. She is the cutest thing. But she's kind of big, and she is super lively. She loves to play with toys. She loves to chase a ball. She's not real good on a leash. She really needs some training. Like, she wants to bite the leash and play tug of war with you the whole time, and she's strong. Yeah, you see Molly? You don't like her, do you? I don't blame you. She's not, I mean, I don't want to say she's not my favorite. She's just, when I'm letting, like I said, we have to put them on leashes and take them out. So I've had a couple of days where Molly and Alice are just playing tug of war, and I've got her out the door, and I've got the leash through the door, and I'm pulling on the leash, and she's pulling on the leash, and I'm like, I'm not giving up, Molly, Alice, and finally she'll drop it, and I can get back into the building. So this morning what I did was I made sure everybody else was out first, and then I didn't put her on a leash. I just had a treat and a toy, and I said, come on, let's go outside. And so she just went to the last, the first kennel out. So I was able to just get her out and then bring her back in the same way. Bring her in first with her dish of food, and she went right in her kennel. So we didn't have tug of war this morning, but she's really, if you like boxers. Okay, this is Fonzie. Fonzie, another owner couldn't take care of situation. He came in, he was really sick and skinny and tick covered, and but it's sad because, like, sometimes people get a dog, they really do love the dog, but they're just not financially or physically able to care for a dog. And you really got to think about that, because it's a commitment of time and money, and it's not inexpensive, and food's not cheap, and so although the people may have cared for him emotionally, they weren't able to physically take care of his needs. So he ended up with us, and now he's got an adoption pending, so we'll see if that happens actually.
Okay.
And but he's just a really sweet dog, and fun, very strong though. So, don't hand the leash to a 5-year-old and expect it to take it for a walk.
They might get dragged.
Yeah, he's not going to go for a walk. Yeah. Oh, these two are so cute. I think they came from a breeding situation. They were used for breeding, and the female is the brown one, and the dark one is the boy. Kavik and Macy. Now, they recently came back from a sleepover. They took them on trial, and they had 2 other dogs that belonged to the daughter of the people, and they came over frequently with their dogs. And
I see.
It was okay, but then it wasn't really okay. The dogs really didn't get along as a foursome, so they thought rather than upset the 2 dogs they already have, they
returned
back. And you know what? When they came back, they just came in like, we're back. They weren't sad. So
that's good.
They were happy to see us again.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But we'd like them to go out together if possible.
Okay. And they're full-grown dogs?
Oh yeah, I think they're like 8 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're older. Yeah. So they're pretty settled, really. I mean, they still have a lot of spunk, but they're pretty easygoing, especially for huskies. Mm-hmm. Is this Philly? Philly. Okay, he's another one. Like, he can jump.
He likes to wear neckties and.
Oh yeah, he's super cute. He's a very nice dog. He's very strong, big, strong dog, full of life, full of fun. Likes to play fetch. I guess he's pretty good on a leash. I haven't walked him, but I'm told he's pretty good on a leash. But once you get him out, but it's hard at the shelter because they have to go past other dogs, and everybody's barking at them, and so it's sometimes it's a little tricky to get them out without an incident. So, but anyway, I knew somebody that wanted to adopt him, and they had a fenced yard, but the fence was like, maybe like this, and he would probably just hop right over that. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
he needs, and he could definitely use some training. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
And there's Gavin. Gavin is so sweet. Like, he was adopted from us as a puppy. I can't remember why he was returned. Maybe something happened. They couldn't keep him. Maybe they had other dogs. That might even have his baby picture coming up. I don't know. But he's just a nice dog. He's just super cute, walks well on a leash. He gets along with other dogs. He has a dog playmate. He goes out in the yard with Benton every day and they play. And he's just, I don't know why he's been there that long. He's been back and he's been with us for, several months.
It's funny that
sweet.
you happen to have a dog named Gavin, because my guest on the program last week was a man named Gavin.
Oh.
He's a musician from the Jamestown area. So he did a lot of singing last week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we just, they can have all kinds. They can have a name like Spot, or they can have a name like, Gavin or Pierre. So. Oh, this is, I know.
Luke.
Luke. Yeah, Luke. Luke came from kind of like a hoarding situation. He was getting kind of beat up by the other dog that lived there, but he's a really nice dog. But he's just a black mix, like probably a lab, maybe some pit, I don't know. But he's just super sweet. He walks well on a leash. He loves his toys. He loves stuffed toys. And he'll play with stuffed toys and he won't destroy them until there's another dog around, and then he acts like, this is mine, and he'll shred it. So.
Oh gosh.
But he always has stuff. We always give him. We'd get a lot of stuffed toys. People will dump them off, and we do give them to the dogs. I'm sorry, folks, but sometimes they get shredded. That's just, we don't know that they'll shred them until they do. So, like this guy, he had a dog bed for a long time, like a big stuffed dog bed, and then one day you came in and it was like snow in his kennel.
Oh.
He just decided, I've had enough of this bed. So, look at him. He's so cute. Are you going to go to sleep? Are you going to go to sleep, huh? You're such a nice boy. You're going to have a nice day. You're going to go to Tractor Supply.
Well,
okay.
This is definitely a bulldog.
Yeah, this is definitely a bulldog. This one is in foster care. And, I think it even says on his little biography, bulldogs need a lot of care, because they've been so overbred. That,
Oh, yeah.
Their faces, the wrinkles, you have to wipe through the wrinkles. They dock their tails, so he had an infection in his tail when he came in, and we finally got that resolved. Eyes. He needs eye drops. So if you're going to adopt a bulldog, you have to be dedicated to a bulldog and be able to afford, because he's going to need vet care. But he's a really cute, fun. A lot of people just love that bulldog look, the breed. So any of you bulldog lovers out there, and usually they know what they're getting into, people that get bulldogs.
Because they've had them before.
Yeah, because they've had them before. So he's typical of a bulldog. This is Benton. He came from that horrible case. He's been there, probably a year, I don't know. They came from Ohio, he and his relative Morgan. Morgan got adopted, and Benton's still there. He's kind of shy, but he's good friends with Gavin, and they play together every day. He will walk on a leash, but we want him to get adopted to a home where there is another dog, because he really likes to have a dog companion. He feels a lot more comfortable. Like when we take him for walks, we always take another dog with him, because otherwise he won't go. He'll just stop. You get out the door and he stops.
Did you say he gets along with Gavin?
Yeah, he and Gavin are buddies. They play in the yard.
Yeah,
together.
maybe somebody who wants to
would
adopt
be
two
perfect.
dogs could get Gavin and
Right.
Benton.
And Benton would love that, and Gavin would too. So. Oh, there's my buddy Prince. Prince has been there almost 3 years. The good news about Prince is we have a woman who was a volunteer years ago, and now she's, she was young then. Now she's more grown up. She's bought like 80 acres. She is building her own dog rescue / sanctuary in Cuba, New York.
Oh, okay.
So she reached out to us and asked if we had any, for a first project for her, like a dog that's been there a while, hasn't been adopted, maybe has some issues. She's also a dog trainer.
Oh,
so she's
okay.
been coming to visit him, and because he and I get along great. I take him for walks. I play with him in the yard. But he has a few quirks. He's very protective of his space, his toys, his especially food. You know, don't go in his kennel when there's food in his kennel. He'll let you know that you should leave right now. But he's had dog playmates, and he will share toys with other dogs.
Oh, wow.
And even in his kennel. So he's got a lot of potential, but I think, you know, he came from a bad situation. The people were abusive to him, and he didn't trust people. But I think the plan is probably by summer he'll be moving to her sanctuary, and she'll be able to give him, you know, all day, you know, training and consistency, and you know, maybe she can get him to the point where, you know, he would, that food aggression thing would go away, or you know, train. And we have him trained now. Like anybody can go in there. You just, you know, when you've got his food dish, we say bed, he gets on his bed. Sit, he sits, and then you put the food down, and then he's fine. So he's very smart. He's a lot of fun. He loves to play ball and stuff like that. And when I walk him, he used to be one of the leash biters too. So I'd always stick a stuffed toy in his mouth first, or hand him a toy, and he will carry it all the way down Gale Street and back.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of makes people laugh. I see the people laughing as they drive by, and there's this dog with this, you know, stuffed toy hanging out of his mouth. So he's going to destroy this now. He's gotten bored, so it's like, okay.
Yeah. He's
I'll find a.
Finally going to do the toy.
I don't know if it has a squeaker in it or not.
Yeah, well, I did hear a squeaking noise a few minutes ago.
It won't for long. They like to get the squeakers out, and then they spit those out, and then they're done. So, anyway, I'll bring him when I take him to Tractor Supply, I'll take a Nylabone with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So. Is there anybody else on our list? I know we had one that was a courtesy list. Oh, here's Pierre. He's wearing a tie.
And he's wearing a necktie.
So yeah, I think he's like a couple years old, and you know, like I said, he should go to a home where he can be the only. Look at how cute he is. This is when he had a bed before he destroyed it.
Oh.
Now
okay.
he's just, you know, he still has a bed, but it's, you know, blankets, and yeah, he's a cutie.
Oh, did you eat the? No, don't eat it.
Come here. How about a treat instead? Too late. Oh, he spit it out?
Oh, good. Here, yeah. There's the squeaker.
Oh yeah.
Not
You
squeaking anymore.
don't want him to swallow that.
No, we don't need a vet bill for you, buddy. Yeah.
No.
Good boy. You killed it.
Yep.
Good job.
Are there any more pictures, Chris? That's it. Oh,
Okay.
So, basically, that's who all you've got this time. You've got more boys than girls over there, it looked
Apparently.
like.
Well, you know, we have the 4 cattle dogs. They're all girls.
Oh, that's right. There was a few
let's
other
see.
girls.
Yeah, I guess it is. And Molly Alice.
Molly Alice.
Well, we named her Molly Alice because at the time we had another Molly. So not to confuse the two Mollys.
Oh, so you gave her a middle name.
Yeah, she got to have a middle name. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And if we have any more time, I'd like to say that, you know, we always need volunteers.
Oh, yes.
So, and volunteers can do everything like I do, almost everything, like clean and walk and clean up poop. And I also do like transports to the vet, and we go to the Fredonia Animal Hospital. And I'll transport, so people can do that. Like, you know, maybe you can't do, you know, or you don't have time or whatever, but your schedule, you know, you could take a dog to the vet. And a lot of times that's just like dropping them off for their spay or neuter surgery, or picking them up in a couple of days. And, you know, I just have crates in my car and pretty much all the time. So there's like transports, there's some people just want to work on the fundraisers. If there's any grant writers out there or millionaires, architects, you know, we need everybody. There's a job for everyone, you know. If you just want to come and walk dogs, you can just come. You know, there's a hour-long orientation. I do that too with new people, and show you around and show you how to safely get a dog out of the kennel and where the best places to take them for a walk are. And they don't have to be really long walks. You know, we go down the road and come back, so maybe it's like a quarter mile per walk. But if you want to get some exercise and you like dogs, and you know, they'll make you get out there. So.
Yeah.
And we have, you know, there's always laundry to do, and there's thank you cards to write, and you know, like you said, we're having the yard sale. So
Oh, yeah.
the yard sale, we always need a ton of help ahead of time, just like bringing stuff in, unboxing donations, putting in, you know, sorting it, putting in the right category. And then what we've tried to do the last couple of years is put price stickers on it right away. Like you take it out of the box.
As soon as
take
you
it out of the box, like, okay,
get
what
it.
is this? It's a whatever, okay, $5 sticker, and then go put it in the whatever section. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we really need help with that too. And we do get a lot of help that, you know, people that just come once a year to help us with the yard sale, which is great. And then you don't have to do the training. You know, if you don't-
If you just help with the yard
if you're just
sale.
going to do yard sale, you don't need the training. We'll just, you know, here, you know, if you know how to take junk out of a box and put a sticker on it, you're hired.
Well,
So.
it sounds like maybe you have enough people making the baskets for the basket raffles. It
You
sounds
know, we always reach out to the volunteers usually. So we have an email thing, and we just send the emails out to the volunteers, and we really do have a lot of volunteers. And, you know, some people are like, you know, a couple hours a week, some people are more, but, you know, they'll just pitch in and make a basket. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The people that are already helping.
Yeah, the volunteers.
helping
Yeah,
you
we don't
is-
usually reach out to the public for that. We do that in house pretty
Oh,
much.
oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know. I thought that
Yeah.
maybe it
well,
was.
if you want to make a basket, I'll let you know. We will take it. But
I thought that I didn't know. I thought maybe it was people who didn't. I always thought it probably was people who were donating them, not people that worked at the shelter.
nah, it's
but
usually
apparently-
usually the volunteers throw them together, and but you know, we want people to buy the tickets, so
Right, right.
you know, you can support us that way. So
Oh, right,
so
right.
next winter, come to the you know, it'll be here before you know it.
Is that,
Christmas in Westfield.
is that going to be in November?
Yeah, it's always the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we could probably stop in at that. And basically, those are the two fundraisers for you.
Yeah.
I remember there used to be something called Putts for Mutts.
Yeah, the person who used to organize that, I think, that moved to Florida or something, and it
Oh,
just
I
got
see.
to be, you know, she tried to do it from afar,
Oh, and that.
and didn't, you know, eventually it fizzled. So,
Oh, yeah.
but you know, now we basically, the yard sale's gotten bigger and bigger every year, and it is a great fundraiser. So we've made more money with it every year. So we really kind of concentrate on that and a couple of baskets. And the basket raffle, we do one at the yard sale, and then we did the one last year at Christmas time. So that's it for now for fundraisers. But we're always looking for ideas if somebody wants to come up with one and run it for us. So. Me personally, and I know you personally, what I don't like is selling animals to make money for other animals.
Yeah,
So-
like you tried.
Hey.
Yeah,
a few
you
years
tried
ago.
a chicken barbecue
Yeah.
one year,
Right.
and
I-
something else last year.
Yeah, last year we just had a food truck, but you know, this year I said, you know, let's just sell. We're just going to do it ourselves, and we'll just sell coffee and donuts in the morning. So that's prepared at the store. It's not like
You could go-
We're not making the food, you know.
You could go. You can just go pick it up.
Yeah,
then.
right.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do something simple like that. But
Could would you like volunteers to donate cookies or anything for it?
I don't know if I really don't know about that yet. I don't think so. I think we
Probably.
can just go get it. You know, go. I think if it comes from, because you don't know like what's, you know, where it's coming from and how it's prepared, and then there might be health department ramifications. I'm not sure about that. So, but I
Oh,
know
okay.
if we just buy it at a store where, you know, if we go to the Tops and buy, you know, a couple dozen donuts in the morning and we make we can make a pot of coffee. What are you doing? So I think we're just going to do something simple. There will be light refreshments. We'll have pop and water and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, people are mostly there to get the bargains, and then they can go uptown and there's a
And
million.
there's the arts and crafts
Yeah,
show.
so there's a
Like-
million food trucks, and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Kiwanis is up there selling French fries
yeah.
and whatnot. So you know, they deserve some business too. But
Yeah, the last couple of years, there's been somebody, maybe it's been more than just the last couple of years, but there's been somebody selling fudge.
oh,
And they do have one flavor that is vegan.
oh, no kidding! Wow.
So I usually buy a piece of their vegan
Okay.
fudge
Well, that's good.
to snack on while
Yeah.
I'm there.
You know, the
so-
last couple of years I haven't been able to go because I'm at the yard sale.
Right,
And so
right.
I've missed the arts and crafts for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have
tr-
to send Steve down to get me some vegan fudge.
Yeah. So anyways, I think that might have been the only vegan thing that I saw there, but they have those, they have that farmer's market
Yeah.
on all the other Saturdays. And they've been having, last year I was at it just once at that farmer's market, and there was somebody selling mushrooms.
Huh.
You know, the kinds that are supposed to be like the best, like they have anti-cancer
Oh yeah, right.
effects
Got some over
and so
here.
forth.
Come on.
So I got some of those, and one thing that was interesting was they had brownies that were made out of powdered, instead of flour, it was like, it had been, lion's mane mushrooms
Oh, wow.
had been ground up into something that could be used for flour. And so I got a couple of those for us to try.
Uh-huh.
Those were pretty
That sounds good.
interesting. And then, of course, you've always got people with vegetables and
Yeah,
things
right.
that are there.
Right.
Well, we're coming here to the last half a minute of Fresh Perspectives, and I wanted to say thank you for coming again and bringing one of your friends from
Oh, you're welcome.
the Canine Rescue, and for promoting the Canine Rescue, so that people know there's plenty of nice dogs
Yes,
that
there are.
they can
Adopt, don't shop.
adopt. So
Yeah.
So anyways, I always like to, that's one thing I can do to support the animal rescues is
We
by
appreciate being here.
having you guys come on and show off.
Yeah. And hopefully we have one that, you know,
Yeah.
will behave well enough.
Oh, yeah.
I could have
Pete-
brought Molly.
Pete-
They were joking about that. Bring Molly Alice, and she'd be on the table, you know. She'd be bouncing around like a bucking bronco.
and
That's-
she's bigger than Pierre.
Oh, yeah. She's a big dog, and she'd be chewing on us. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
for fun, you know.
Yeah.
Take your arm and use it for a you know, a
We'd
toy.
be, we'd have to go to the doctors after.
Well, it'd just be play for her,
Yeah.
you know. But she's a big, strong dog. But she's really sweet. She's fun.
Well, I will see those of you in the viewing audience when I do the next episode.